Good thing. Uh, Once again, welcome all of you. I have been taking this session for many, many years now. I'm in the UK from the last 17 years. From the last 15 years, I work as a career coach, business coach, and leadership coach. I will give my introduction as we move on in the session today. But the session today is mainly focused on the 10 interviews in 4 months. I know it's one of the most critical statement, and people know me for that particular statement. And the reason it happens for my student because we follow a particular process, and the process works. So today I'll be able to share with you, what exactly we do different. Okay. Yes. Now agenda for today. I'm slightly time crunch today, so we have only 45 minutes. In the 40 minutes, probably I'll be trying to share with you, how I can help you attach the 10 interviews in 4 months. If we get time after the session, then we can have probably a Q&A. And even after that, and if you have some burning question you want to ask me, that is my WhatsApp number in the slide. So feel free to capture image or maybe, reach me on the email as well, just the way you got this email confirmation about this particular link today. You can send me email on that, or you can WhatsApp me. I'm generally quick on the WhatsApp than emails because I get plenty of emails. So WhatsApp is generally very easy for me to communicate. So that is it. Yes. Okay. By the way, to begin with, if you can type in the comments from which part of the world you are joining. Most of you from the UK, but I can see some of the people are joining from India as well. So if you can just type in the comments from which city you are joining from. Yeah, Mohammed is joining for Derby. So write in the comments which city you are joining from. Yeah, Wokingham, Kiran, yes. Darlington, yes. London. Supriya, hi. Supriya, it must be too late for you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, somebody from Leeds, Preston, Yogeshwari Singh, yeah. Okay, good thing. Good thing, good thing. Yeah, keep it coming. So chat window is something that we'll be using, to discuss. But yeah, thank you so much. So we have from York, Joel from Harrow. Good thing. Yes. Now the one very important point, which most of you probably know, but if not, maybe just to stress, like 99% of the job seekers, they don't get what they deserve. If the career wise, job wise, salary wise, they don't get, what they truly deserve. And I've been coaching for many years, and the particular reasons which I could figure out why these people are not at the job that they deserve. And some of the things very easily you can figure it out. Like the most of people don't have the knowledge about how the job market works. If you are in the UK job market is particularly very different. So how the UK job market works. I work with people from Europe and USA as well. So how that particular job market works, people don't have that idea. They don't have right skills. They don't have right network, and most of the time people don't have right strategy, or sometimes they don't have a systematic guidance, and in certain cases people don't have a right mentor to to help them, or at least make them aware that this sort of thing actually is not working out. People have good experiences, people have good education, but apart from that they don't have the right skills, and that's why most of the people, almost 99% of the people, they are not in the job which they totally deserve. So what can you do different? So that's something we are going to learn in today's session. uh, why should you care? I mean, most of you join. I mean, that is one good thing. But apart from that, as you know, as I said earlier, as in 99% of the job seekers, they don't get what they truly deserve, or they are not at the right job, what they truly are looking for. Some of them are not happy with their job. Some of them are not happy with their salary or boss or career or many other things. Uh, Especially in the UK, as you can see, the job market in the UK is very crowded. You can imagine a high street, and everyone is looking for a job is on that high street. So the job market in the UK is very crowded. There are students, there are professionals, there are people who get laid off, there are people who come here with the dependent visa. Everyone is looking for a job. Doesn't matter which job category you're looking at, the job market in the UK is very crowded. So we need to understand how to beat that crowded job market. And most of the people are not at all getting an interview calls, in spite of their education, experience, or right sort of background. And it's frustrating, because if you're trying to figure out something or make your market a new country, but you don't understand how the job market in the new country works, it is frustrating inside. And sometimes we start blaming ourselves. What is wrong with me, or why this is happening to me, because I'm not that bad, I know that, but why these things are happening to me? So we start questioning ourselves, and in the feeling of negativity, rejection, and ultimately not getting the right set of job means you're anyway wasting money on probably not getting the right salary. Uh, Another set of reason people, generally join this session because some of them want to settle in the UK, some of them want to pay back their education loan. I think some of you might be students. Some of them want to support the family. You are the probably main members or supporting members in the family. So you want good financial conditions so that you can support your family. Some other reason people join these sessions because I mean, one of my reason wanted to stay back in the UK was to get the UK passport. Simply, it allows to travel all across the world. I love traveling, so that is one of my biggest reason, I guess. Wanted to stay back. Financial freedom, and I mean, many people are struggling, but very few people actually take some time and learn about it. So I always say this, like those people who take time to learn, they actually proceed. And those people who, there's so many people who have so many big dreams, but not everyone is looking to take some action. As you are here, you that shows like you're slightly different than others. So I mean, so like make the best of it, and I'm happy to guide you on right way on this particular session. Yes. So all those issues which I mentioned, how many of you are aware of these issues? Just type yes in the comments. You might be facing maybe one of those or many of those. Yes. Kiran is saying yes. Michelle is saying yes. Yeah. So many of these issues, as you will see, that we all these are like normal thing. We are all going through. Most of the people in the UK are facing these sort of issues. Now, before I proceed, just a little bit about myself. So, those of you who don't know me yet, it will just give me the brief idea. Why should I talk on this particular topic, and why should you guys listen to me? So, from the last 17 years, I am in the UK, and from the last 15 years, I work as a career coach, leadership coach, and business coach. So, when somebody is looking for a career break, career progression, or leadership sort of positions, or somebody is, probably looking to start their business, grow their business, a variety of different reasons. Those are the reasons people come and connect and work with me. My expertise is in strategy and personal branding. A strategy means coming up with the right sort of plan to help you achieve maybe the career break or career progression or whatever that you have on your dream. And personal branding means how can I make you visible to the right employers? Now there is only certain ways you can apply the jobs and get the interview calls. But there's one other thing which I teach through my session. It's called as personal branding. And in the personal branding, I actually make people visible to the right employers. And when you are visible to the right employers or right opportunities or right recruiters, the opportunities also come to you rather than you chase them. So this is another way which I teach through my session about attracting the opportunities. And I work with people from those who want to those who are in US, those who are in the Europe, those who are in the UK. So variety of different topics. I do run some sessions called a launchpad. So towards the end of the session, I will let you know about those launchpads, and those of willing to take this journey ahead, you're welcome to join. Yeah. Uh, so far, I have trained people from more than 23 different nationalities, and I'm author of 10 plus books. Two of these books are bestsellers. And at the beginning of the session, I was mentioning you about the WhatsApp group. So that WhatsApp group is all about this 101 hacks. So we share hacks about career, life, business, leadership. So you're welcome to join. I'll drop the link once again for those of you who haven't joined yet. So see if you can join the WhatsApp group through the link in the chat window. And if you're not yet connected me on the LinkedIn as well, feel free to connect on the LinkedIn. I have trained people from IITs, IIMs, London Business School, even from Harvard or plenty of prestigious universities, and the people who currently work with Google, Amazon, Facebook, and many of the Fortune 500 companies. I have the clients working there because it doesn't matter wherever we are. Sometimes we need right mentor, right guidance. So those are the reasons people come and work with me. If you are familiar with the Udemy, Udemy is an online training platform. I got more than 3,000 students there, 100 plus five-star reviews. And because the journey of 15 years, I have trained people from variety of backgrounds. Some of them were students, some of them were housewives, some of them were, looking to change from one country to other country. Some of them were, people who got laid off. Some of them wanted to switch from one visa to other visa, student visa to graduate visa, or one skilled worker visa to other skilled worker visa. People from IT background, hospitality background, mechanical, banking, finance, fintech, health tech, public health. I mean, a variety of fields. So today, I mean, you are in the right place. You're safe in expert hands. So we'll see what can be done different today. Now, one very important point for all of you, and some of you already know this, that UK job market is different. It's different from many countries. So if you are coming from different countries, doesn't matter what experience you carry, what education you carry, when you're trying to figure out the job in the UK, it works slightly different. And sooner you understand it is different, faster it will be for you to attract the right sort of jobs. The one very important point is it's different. Learn to see or learn to understand why it is different and what it is different. There are many people they are struggling to get the interview calls, and I mean it is challenging to secure the interviews because of the stiff competition or lack of networking. People don't have good network here. They just have maybe right sort of experience or education, but network wise also they are lacking. So they don't have right mentor to guide. They don't have right people to connect to. So that those are a couple of reasons why they are not getting the interview calls, and many of them are not even familiar with how the UK job market works. Another thing is confusion, because there's so much of confusion between professionals and students. Which jobs to apply, how to apply, and when they keep on getting this unfortunate sort of emails, people feel frustrated inside. What exactly is happening, or what is wrong with me, or my CV, or my profile. So those are the things affects people. Next thing is, yeah, this is another thing happening, and I've been saying this from almost last 18 months probably. So there's the Instagram is booming up. There's so many influencer sort of people. But one thing to realize, these are internet marketing people. They are not coach or mentors. These are internet marketing people. The only purpose they generate the content to get more views. So if anything you see there and that makes you excited or sometimes curious or sometimes make you feel bad, I mean their purpose is to get more views and likes and maybe shares. Uh, be aware like whom you are following, because these Instagram people or Instagram influencers, they're not the real mentors. They're internet marketers. There's a difference between marketer and coach. Hope you sooner you understand that, and faster you'll be able to work with the right sort of people. Many people need assistance with the visa because UK job market is different, so you need to understand how that difference works. And some people are getting confused, like what are the ways to stay back in the UK if your visa is expiring, or you're making the transition from one visa to other visa. What are the things can be done? Many people are losing the confidence and all, because as I said, they have good experience, they are working hard, they're talented people. But the issue is not here with the hard work and talent. It is issue with the strategy and the timing. So when I say strategy and timing means many people don't have the right strategy to apply for the jobs, and many people in certain things in the UK are time sensitive, and many people don't understand when to apply, what to apply, and when to follow up, all those sort of things. But if you understand how UK market is different, how to apply the right sort of strategy, how to use the right sort of timing, it will help you to get the right sort of jobs much quicker, and also to get the interviews much quicker. But if you don't know that, people are getting the rejection, and that is causing losing them confidence. Yeah, once again, how many of you are aware of these sort of issues or face those issues on your own firsthand? Just type yes in the comments. Okay, good thing. Now, another thing in the UK, UK is a skilled economy. It is not an education economy. So especially those who are from the education background, or those who are student, coming here for the UK for the job and all, you will realize that UK is a skilled economy. So if you're trying to find your job based upon your education, uh, that may not work. You need to switch that mindset and focus on what are the strongest skills you have. What are the strongest skills you have, and based upon those skills, which are the job titles are suitable for you. So focus on your real skills or strongest skills, and then focus on the job titles. Your education itself is not enough in the UK to get you the right sort of job. uh, Earlier it used to happen, but nowadays because the job market is crowded, just the education itself doesn't help. Many people are trying to do a career change after the education. Again, that is not a good idea at the beginning. When I say career break means you're trying to get your first job. That time, just the education will not help you. You need to focus on your right skills. And I always say this, what are your strongest skills? uh, Understand this, guys. Desperate people talk differently, and expert people talk differently. So if you project yourself as an expert, somebody is very skillful in particular topics, the vocabulary that you use, the type of people that you connect, the conversation that you will have will be totally different. So figure it out. What are your expertise in? Uh, Many of you are probably struggling to get a sponsored job as well. Again, in that category, no employer is willing to sponsor the visa because there is extra hassle to get the visa sponsored. It is very easy to hire the people who do not require a visa. So as an employer, primarily their job is, I mean, they're not looking to sponsored visa. But if you're looking for sponsored job, the one way and very important strategy you can use, focus on your strengths. It's not like you will apply a job and ask the employer for a visa. The right thing is you have to tell the employer, like, I'm the person who is expert in these two things. And because of that, I can add this much of value to your company. And based upon that, when the employer thinks you are a valuable person, only then the employer will consider to work with you and probably, help you with the sponsorship. Just applying the job and applying and asking for sponsorship, that will never work. Change your mindset, work on your skills and especially your strongest skills. Uh, those who don't have a UK experience, you will need a UK experience because to land up a job in the UK, you need a UK experience because some of you are looking for managerial roles, people management roles. If you haven't have any experience of working in the UK or haven't had any experience of people management in the UK, uh, it's very hard to be honest. It's very as an employer as well, they will not consider you because they'll always find somebody else who has the UK experience of relevant field. So the UK experience will matter, always matters, and especially your students who don't have a UK experience, starting the part-time jobs, freelancing jobs, or unpaid internships. Those are the ways for you to even get the UK experience. Those jobs initially will not pay you right, but at the same time, they will add up on your CV as a UK experience, and that UK experience will help you get better paying jobs. So don't initially get hung up on the things, thinking that maybe it's unpaid job, freelancing job, you're not getting paid well. But to get the UK experience, you start with those jobs for those who don't have a UK experience. And another thing, I think you all should make a note of this. Many of you are trying to apply the right sort of jobs in the market, but probably using the old methods or wrong methods, and you probably need a new strategy, to crack the job market. You will not get a different result by doing the same old thing. So if you want a new job, you want to apply the strategies, different strategies. So you will not get different result by doing same old things which you are already doing now. So unless you change the way you think, change the way you approach the market, change the way you approach to the recruiters, change the way you learn about personal branding, all those sort of things will help you attract the right jobs. Unless you change, things are not going to change. Those something, Raj, good question. That is something I'll be able to share now. Exactly, this is it. So all those people who work with me, I follow a 4 month program, and in that 4 month, I work with them on this 8 step strategy. So if you want, you can take a screen capture of this. But this is the 8 step strategy I follow for everyone who works in the UK and probably in the USA as well, in the Europe as well. But this is the strategy we follow for the people who are looking for the right job. So prioritize the 3 job titles. Now, why do I say this? Many people when they write their CVs or their LinkedIn profile, they write the reflection of them. For example, John's CV or John's LinkedIn. But if you think about the employer point of view, employer they don't know you, and very harshly, employer don't care about you at the beginning. What employer is looking at, is that particular profile, the stronger profile, maybe on the CV or stronger profile in the LinkedIn. So as long as your profile looks stronger there, after that they are interested in you. I think you got the point. So if you focus yourself upon 3 job titles, now reason I say three because more than three becomes overwhelming. Three is a very good enough number. First of all, it's better than one, but more than three becomes overwhelming. So focus on. So all those of you who are listening, focus on the 3 job titles where you have right sort of skills, qualifications, and experience. The word I use RE, relevant experience, skills, qualifications, and relevant experience. And once we have these 3 job titles, then easier for you to create the CV. And most of you know these ATS friendly CVs. Uh, so once you have the job title, your CV will be much more aligning to the job titles. Your LinkedIn profile will be aligning to the job titles. So create that alignment matters in the UK. So and also at the same time, you'll be able to connect with the right sort of people, speak the right sort of language, prepare in the right way for the jobs. All those sort of things will happen if you focus on the right job titles. Many of you are applying the job titles, and when you are getting all those rejection emails, sometimes what you do now, you start. I mean, many of you have started applying randomly to any sort of jobs wherever it looks slightly relevant. That will not work out. If you want really stand out and be attract the real sort of interviews, focus on your strengths. Always on your strengths. Because if an employer has to choose you, there has to be a very strong reason why you are different than others. Many people forget when they apply the job, when somebody has to shortlist, they have to shortlist between variety of CVs. So you have to give a reason to the employer why should they shortlist you. To create that reason, it's your responsibility. Another thing which I teach through my sessions is how to make you stand out and be visible to the recruiters, because job market is crowded. If the job market is crowded, every other person who is applying the job is exactly like you. So unless you figure out a way to be visible to the recruiter or a hiring manager, that will not work. So I teach something like some sessions I take on the personal branding to make the people visible to the right recruiters and the right hiring managers. Most of the people who work with me who are looking for visa and sponsorship roles, because even for the sponsorship roles, we go with the similar sort of job titles. I think you know this, like when you are applying for the sponsored role, there are particular job codes on the UKVI website. And when those are the job codes, if employer has to sponsor a visa, the employer has to use those particular job codes. So that again it helps you focusing on the right sort of job codes, right sort of job title, so that now it will not happen that you apply for the job and the employer is saying now but we cannot sponsor for this particular role. So focus on the right roles which has a potential to get the sponsorship. Another thing I teach through my sessions, how to uh, attract the interviews. It's something called a PPF method, and how to crack those interviews, because UK is different. The way you speak, the way you answer your questions in the screening call, the way you answer your sponsorship questions in the screening call. Uh, Certain things we say, certain things we don't say. Those are the things proper sort of trainings, and many people are not trained on those factors. They're just applying the jobs because they have the education or they have the right sort of experience. But until you realize that 99% of the people don't get the right job because they don't have the right skills, the job market skills, the professional skills, the life skills. Having education experience is not enough. Sooner you understand that, faster it will change your life. How to influence the recruiters. This is another strategy. Many people are waiting for recruiter to call them back, but there are certain ways you can use to influence the recruiters. Uh, Sometimes you need right references, right sort of work experience, and many other things. So these are the steps you can follow to attract the right sort of jobs in the UK market. Most of the people are not doing these things correctly. That is the reason they are missing out on the interviews. Why my students get most of the interviews? Because they follow first of all, they carry the right sort of mindset. They understand the UK job market. They have very specific job titles, and they're very specific on the jobs. And you know this, the more focused you are, it is easier to achieve the outcome. So get more focus on your job search journey. Uh, by the way, how many of you think you should build some systematic approach to get the job search? Raj, one of the question Raj has, how to find a visa sponsorship jobs. Uh, don't worry about the visa sponsorship jobs, because as an employer, they are not willing to sponsor a visa. For any employer to sponsor somebody's visa is extra, extra hassle. So instead of focusing on sponsorship jobs, focus on the jobs where you can shine. If employer likes you, then they will do anything to hire you. There's so many examples I have working with me, those people. The employer has liked them. The company didn't have a sponsorship license. Employer then went ahead and took the sponsorship license just to hire them. So don't worry about applying only for the companies who have the sponsorship roles. That will not help. You have to change the way you approach the job market. You have to focus on your right strength and convince the employer that you are the right person. You are the strongest person. When the employer likes you, then only they will be willing to work with you. Even in some cases, to be honest, in most of the cases, they will, if they like you, they will do whatever they can to hire you, even considering the sponsorship license. Yes. Now, for those of you who are willing to proceed, there are certain sessions I take called as Launchpad. I'll just make you this aware. Those of you, I mean, I know not everybody is in the right sort of mindset. Not everybody is open for the mentorship, but those who are open for mentorship, you are in safe and expert hands. And these are the sessions you can consider joining. I work with people from different backgrounds. So people work with me for career launchpad, leadership launchpad, business launchpad, coaching launchpad, wealth creation, financial freedom, many other aspects. Because today's topic is career, I think most of you are looking for the career launchpad. Fees wise, it will cost you probably less than your monthly salary. And those who work with me, I always tell them the ROI will be in just 1 to 2 months, because when you get a new job, you can easily recover all those expenses that you have. Uh, I've been taking sessions from the last 15 years, and my one-to-one sessions get filled up really, really fast. So those of who are willing to join one-to-one sessions, see, consider approaching to me ASAP, because sooner you start, faster you can beat the crowd and progress. There's some other people who are considering, probably maybe budget-wise one-to-one is not suitable for them, so they do consider joining the group sessions. but I only take limited number of students. I cannot take everybody on the call as well. So those who are really, really serious to get the right sort of mentorship, come and connect and work with me. There are limited seats, and reason I say limited seats not just the marketing segment, but simply because personally I cannot help many people at one given time. So I have to limit certain numbers. Even if it's a group call, I have like certain number of people. It's a one-to-one. They are private and confidential session, and it's up a lot of my time. And I say like this is an investment you are making in your future. If you invest now, or some other people will, like, they have to regret forever. Okay. There's some career launchpad sessions are run. I need to share this information because those who are considering, they can consider joining this session. These are the pricing. Don't get overwhelmed because people work for multiple different reasons. Wealth launchpad, business launchpad, leadership launchpad. But for most of you who are looking for career launchpad is the one that you should focus upon. These are the certain options. Some people work with me for 4 months. These are the pricing. I can also offer you some break payment plans if you are really looking to work hard. And some people join me if they are getting the interview call. They want to understand how to crack the interviews, grade the interviews. Some of them join the 1 month session. Some of them join the group sessions. I mean, this is just for your information. Not everyone is open for this, but those who are open, I know they are in the right hands and they end up getting the right set of opportunities, even the 10 interviews in 4 months. And I help with mock interviews. Plus, I have very good network in the UK. I help my students to connect to the right sort of people. But those who join my 4 month session, they get plenty of benefits. So those who are really serious and looking to have the right sort of member, consider joining this one. Ideally, one-to-one sessions, but if not, maybe the group sessions. I have the group batch starting next Sunday, 8 o'clock. So if you're thinking to join the group batch, let me know as well. How to book? Simply, I mean, this is my WhatsApp number. Maybe tell me your name and maybe just write in the comment like you're joining this one-to-one group batch or a group batch. This is my number. Uh, those who are LinkedIn want to connect with me on the LinkedIn, you can reach me on the LinkedIn as well or join my WhatsApp group. Uh, as I said, my one-to-one sessions fill up very fast because even somebody has to book a time with me, it's probably a week in advance you have to book in. But for the sessions, if you're really serious, join these one-to-one sessions and confirm ASAP because they're practically limited seats. I can't take any one of you and each one of you. This is the difference between me and many others because it's not only about your CV and your LinkedIn profile and the job market. Many times I had to work on your personal habits, the way you think, the way people can differentiate themselves, how you can make you visible to the right employer, the personal branding aspect. Nobody teaches that. And because of this particular techniques, personal branding, attracting the right jobs, focusing on the right jobs, most of the students they end up getting the right jobs much quicker, even attracting so many interviews in short span of time because of the focus. That focus matters. So the sessions actually practically help them people get the right sort of job probably in lesser time than that they are trying to do it alone. And the investment, as you can see, like business by paying as little as 350 to 700 pounds, people are able to get the job maybe which is earning 2,000 to 10,000 pound a month or more in a lifetime. And I think that is the smartest investment somebody can make. If you are one of the smart people, consider joining these one-on-one sessions. See if you can join on LinkedIn or WhatsApp group and those things. Yeah. And the last slide of the session, the best day to start your personal development is today. If at all you think right mentor can help you, guide you, or at least give you the right set of steps to put you on the right track, this is the right time. See if you can work on any of the launchpad sessions. I have been taking this session from last 15 years. So I'm confident about everybody who joins, they will get the success simply because the process works. So when I work with you, I'll make sure that, the process will work with you as well. So what I'll do, I'll stop the screen sharing. And what we'll do is, so if you have any questions, any additional question, see if you can put in the chat window and I'll pick up this question. I do have to leave at 8:45. So we'll try to take as many as questions up till 8:45. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions, please do write in the chat window. And the one common, uh, Raj, your question is not clear. How about mock interviews? Your question is not clear. If you can recreate the question. So what is the 10 interviews in 4 month concept? So Jyoti, the thing what happens, is many people are not attracting the right sort of interviews. Or to be honest, they are not at all getting in interviews simply because they are not focused with the right set of jobs. They are not sure when to apply, what strategies. There's something I teach called PPF method. That PPF method helps people to attract the 10 interviews in 4 months. Many people are not aware of that PPF method. So when I teach this 10 interviews, why the interview happens? So the process of interview is when they're like, this, when you apply for a job, there are already 50 to 600 people already applied for the jobs. So how to make you stand out? If you learn how can you make stand out compared to other people, that will help you make your CV visible. And when your CV is visible, assuming your CV is correct, that will attract you more interviews. So when somebody works with me, I work on all those sort of aspects so that making their CV visible, making their CV visible quickly so that they will attract the interviews quickly. So that is that concept about 10 interviews in 4 months. Nobody teaches that. And I've been teaching from the last 15 years. And reason I keep on saying that number because the process which I developed, the process has been working. So anyone who is working, the process we follow, the process works. uh, if someone is not having the UK experience, you're right, Mohammed. If somebody don't have a UK experience, then we need to start. Just to help you out, the sessions run for 4 months. So in that case, I will be happy to help you on the UK experience side because even if you have like few months of UK experience, it will help you. But to get a job in the UK, you will need a UK experience. Uh, for some students, what I advise them is maybe start doing freelancing work or maybe volunteering work or unpaid internship. But that is the way to gain the UK experience. You can also get a UK experience even though some of you are abroad, right? You're trying to get the UK experience by working with a UK company. So that way it will help. If we have a, I think MS Christian, if we have a short experience but higher study with much more skill, how to put into CV? The thing is, I think I mentioned UK is a skilled economy. It is not an education economy. So you are thinking you are higher in education, but the thing is to achieve that education, you must have done certain projects, certain assignments, certain group study work. And through that group study, you must have picked up certain skills or some experiences, some project works. So you try to add them as your skills. So if you don't have, if your skill area is shorter, you put up these skills that you gain in your bachelor's degree or master's degree. You did some group assignments, you did some site visit, many things. You must have picked up so many different skills. Use those and add up in that skill section. Uh, Rohit, the question for Rohit, is as mentioned. The question from Rohit is, as mentioned about, we can target up to 3 different job based on one skill set. How that remains relevant to one's LinkedIn profile? Okay, people always ask this question, like, because we cannot create 3 LinkedIn profiles. LinkedIn profile is only one. But what happens when somebody work with me, we focus on the job titles. So even though you have 3 job titles for the next 30 days or next 60 days, next 90 days, we focus on one particular, maybe the strongest area of your job skills. So if you have 3 job titles that you're already shortlisted, focus on the one which is strongest and maybe make your LinkedIn profile stronger to that profile because that is what you feel strong enough. Your LinkedIn profile will look strong for that particular profile. So that is how we deal with, even though we have 3 different job titles, the LinkedIn, we can only create one LinkedIn profile. So the LinkedIn is mainly on the primary strength sort of profile. Good question. Uh, Okay, Raj has a question. I do get nervous during the interview. I think I need to practice using mock interviews. Yes, Raj. See, it's not only you. There are so many people. I work with people, probably they have 16, 18, 20 years of experience. But because they have been working in one particular field, they haven't appeared for different interview. And many people struggle with the interviews. So I do take sessions on the interviews as well. I take mock interviews. I help people with the right sort of confidence. I actually take like 60 to 90-minute session understanding how the UK interviews work and how can you crack each and every interview. There's a particular choreograph method I teach. So that's something I can help you, Raj, if you join the sessions. Okay. Now, one other question people generally ask is, people generally have fear about investment as well, because these sessions, I know that, they slightly look on the higher side, but the benefit of that, what happens is those who join, they end up getting the job much quicker. So the ROI on these sessions is probably 1 to 2 months, after you getting the job. So, I mean, those who are on that brink of thinking about like, should I invest or should I not invest? The right thing to, working with the right sort of mentor. I mean, the mentor who has already done the thing that you're looking for with many other people, that will help you. And budget wise, money is something, if you're not in the right job, you're anyway losing that money by working somewhere where you totally like, don't deserve. So work with the right sort of mentor. It will help you attract the right sort of jobs much quicker. Yes. Now, another question which I get asked is, There are people uh, who have struggling to narrow down their job titles. Now, people have variety of experiences and they think like Nilesh, maybe my profile is suitable for this particular profile, that particular profile, or how can I come up with the job titles? And another thing is there are many companies, they use different sort of job titles. So how can you pinpoint the job title that you should be aiming for? Sometimes what happens is, for example, people who work in a business development. So there is a business development manager, account manager, sales manager. Some of these roles look like similar job titles, similar job description, but each and every company use different job titles. So what we can do is we can group them into just one sort of category. Job title, one category. Then the second category, then the third category. So this is how we group it. Another set of question I get asked now, if somebody has a long break in their career, or somebody is looking for a job for many months and they're not landing the good jobs, and it's creating a big break in their CVs. How do we address that? So there are a couple of ways we use certain strategies to work on your CV with the right sort of experiences, volunteer work to fill that gap. Because as long as you don't have the bigger gaps, to be honest, some people, there some gaps are understandable. Maternity break, paternity break, those sort of things. Sometimes people are in between the jobs, and that is quite common in the UK to understand that part. So don't get too worried about that. But there are a couple of ways as well how to break those or remove the gaps in your CVs. Consider joining these 4-month sessions. I'll be happy to work with you personally, one to one, and guide you on that journey. Okay, Jyoti is asking if we join the session, how many hours a week need to work? So the Jyoti, the thing is, if we join the session, there is some sort of homework every single day. So I'll assign you some sort of homework, and we are connected every single day for some sort of homework. Then we have strategy session. So strategy sessions every 15 days. We have a session, then homework, sessions, and homework. This is how the system works and program works. Uh, Reason we need that gap, because the strategy session we developed so many strategies, we need time to work upon that. So during the 15-day period, we have connected every single day to work on those sort of things. Then another strategy session, then another sort of the break time. Sorry guys, I think I need to leave in few minutes. So maybe one last question if anyone has. I think one question here, is so do you mean people usually get the job they deserve, the salaries they are targeting, just for the convenience of ROI calculation? So do you mean, just trying to understand your question, Rohit? Yes, if you focus on the right sort of job titles and prepare your CVs aligning to the job titles with the right sort of skills, qualifications, and experience, your profile looks stronger. See, right now you are here and the employer is here. Between the you and the employer, there is your covering letter, CV, and LinkedIn profile. Because these are the three documents. They are like, employer has, they are looking at those documents. If employer has a direct conversation with you, they can know you much better. But in the current job market, when it's crowded, they don't have access to you. If they have to go through this cover letter, CVs, and LinkedIn, you need to make this profile much more stronger. If the candidate looks stronger on those profile, then the employer think the main candidate will be much more stronger. The another way which I teach through my session is called as personal branding. Personal branding means how can we make you visible directly to the right sort of people. If you are visible, then employer will be happy to work with you directly. So those are the things we do in sessions. Uh, Good thing.
Hi Nilesh,
Jyoti,
just a quick question. Sorry about interrupting.
one last thing, I just have to answer this.
All right.
Jyoti has a question like, after 4 months session, is it sure we'll find a job? If you follow the right sort of process, the things work out. Uh, See, it's like a mentoring session where mentor, I'm there to guide with you every step of the way. At the same time, there's a homework. It's a right sort of teamwork we do. I do my part 100% well. If you do your part 100% well, things are, quite usually everyone gets the job. So don't worry about that. Sorry, somebody was asking the
Yeah.
question. I had to stop. Yes, no,
So
yes.
yeah, just to clarify a few tips from you. So what is the best approach do you suggest like to approaching an interview? So is it like a scripted approach or is it like a practicing approach or so what kind of approach do you suggest? So if I get an example, if I get an interview, so what type of approach do you suggest towards the interview?
Uh, Good question. But first of all, it's neither of them. And both the options you said, na, neither of them. Simply because every company is different. You can't have a scripted approach or something like that. Simply because every company is different. The way and many times in the UK, the people who write the job description and people who take the interviews, that is also different. So many of the people they try to prepare the interview based upon the job description, but they forget to understand the interviewer. So in my session,
Mhm.
I teach people how to understand the interview because if the person who write the job description and take the interviews, they are different. You'll be preparing on something else, and the interview is taken on slightly on different model. So the scripted approach definitely is not suitable. It has to be dynamic on the spot. You should be able to think on the spot. You prepare well with your strengths. You convince the employer what are your strengths. How can help the employers? But it's much more dynamic, not at all scripted approach. Vishnu.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Time dynamic in the sense, what do you exactly trying to say? I don't understand. What is exactly do you mean dynamic?
Dynamic. It has to be dynamic because every company is different. Every interviewer is different. Sometimes there are panel interviews. They're judging you multiple different angles. So that is how. Okay, but
All
scripted
right.
definitely not scripted. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
no worries. I think one
Sorry
last
to
question.
interrupt,
Abba.
guys.
No, this is Abba. One last question. Abba, you can unmute and ask the
Yeah,
question.
hi, Nilesh. Thank you so much for this session. Yeah, I got a really good understanding about career and job applications, but I'm in a totally different direction
You are going
based
to
on my
US now. Yeah.
conversation with you. So, is there any session which you may be offering soon for those who are kind of looking for my kind of, you know, uh, direction, like where I can join with my partner and we could
Those are the launchpad sessions we discuss because those are private sessions, one to one. So each and every candidate who work with me, they come from different background, different experience, and also the destinations are slightly different. So it
yeah.
works much better if you work privately. And in that case, there are multiple different aspects we can discuss. And again, there are confidential sessions as well. Na? So that is how I
Of
guess we
course,
can move
of
together.
course.
Okay,
So I'll get in touch with you for those. Yeah, but this
definitely.
was definitely really helpful, and I wish all of them best.
Thank you, Eva.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, each one of you. I'm so sorry I have to leave today, but feel free to reach me on the WhatsApp or maybe the email link that you received the booking Zoom call. If you want to email me, email me as well. I look forward to seeing some of you on the one-to-one sessions and all the best. Take care. And always say
Thank you,
be unstoppable.
Nilesh.
Okay.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
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 Thank you, Nilesh.
Bye.